Hello, doing the offline review for Sylas versus Kayn. Let's get right into it. Playing Sylas into Kayn. We are pathing up. What is the top matchup? Top matchup is Mbessa versus. So we press tab here. In a second. No, I'll see it eventually. Top is Mbessa versus Singed. Makes some sense. I mean, I assume that you're just pathing that up with the mindset of, oh, my bot lane is literally Ziggs Bard. Bard wants to promo roam. Ziggs just wants to be AFK and do nothing. Meanwhile, Singed like always wants to like proxy, so he's probably a free kill. I think it's fine to do. It's always one of those things though, where funny enough, sometimes you should be kind of scared of pathing towards a Singed. But the idea of because he's proxying, technically proxyers have two options. Either A, they do this where they suicide, and B, where they just sit here for like 4 or 5 waves. And it's always scary then because the idea is if the enemy jungle plays to invade you, let's say he does blue, gromp, wolves like this, you could be 2v1 on your red, and Mbessa can't help because she's too far. So it's always like good to path towards Singe in the sense that it's a free kill if he doesn't do this, but also it's just like be aware of it. Obviously in this case it doesn't matter. It's just one of those things where anytime you do it, just be conscious that it could be risky if the enemy jungle is playing a very aggressive early game jungler. In this case it's Kayn, which isn't the best early game jungler, but sometimes Canes do like to like cheese Raptors and invade level 1, so just something, and just again, something to be wary of. Full clear down. We missed the E, but it's fine, we still win 1v1. We have Conquer, he has Dark Harvest, so we're just a better 1v1 champion. Off ruins and off our kits as well, obviously. We get top flash, sick, and then we insta base. Obviously, I would just, yeah, honestly, basing and try is fine, because if you base in the bush, there's a worry that he might stop your base with his W. Run to our respawning Gromp. Good thing to know there as well when we see Kayn is that both jungles full cleared up. So now we know that our Gromp is synced with his Krugs, our Wolves with his Raptors, our Raptors with his Wolves, our Krugs with his Gromp, vice versa, right? We're going to Bot Crab. We see him, and then we take the fight. Not bad. We have same items, but we get the jump on him, and we have Robo Advantage plus his camps are plus his spells are down because he's on the camp. So right here, I'm already terrified you're gonna keep chasing. I know your name is literally click forward, and obviously this guy dies to your next W or your next E. I am worried though if the enemy ball lane's here. Okay, and Bard's pinging and TK's here. Okay, so before I watch any more, you have to understand right now that we've already established that because we saw him here, we know he's passed up, that we know his Raptors are up. Well, how do we know this? Because my Wolves are up. And we know his Krugs are up. How do we know this? Because my Gromp's up. And we know that this is synced with this. When my Gromp spawns, that spawns. When my Wolf spawn, his Raptor spawn. Again, when my Raptor spawn, this spawn, right? So right now, this is already a dub. You got Kayn Flash. You haven't used your Flash. You still have up. He's 1% HP. And you have 10%. And you have mid prio. Look at mid. He has prio. Zillion's under tower. Zed's full HP. What does this mean right now? This means guaranteed no matter what, these Raptors are yours. No matter what happens, they cannot defend it. Kayn cannot come. He's 1 HP. Tahm has to go bot lane eventually. Even if Tahm doesn't go bot, you obviously win 1v1 versus Tahm. He's a support. You're a jungler. He's level 3, level 4. You have damage items. He doesn't. You have Conquer. He doesn't. And then if Zillion comes, it'll just be a 2v2. Right? Again, it's winning because Zed versus Zillion and Sylas versus TK. So yeah, we're gonna obviously again your name is click forward. I get it, but you have to understand right now this is probably gonna end up being a 1-for-1, which again is fine for you technically. But what sounds better, a 1-for-1 where you're trading flash or flash, or a 0-for-0 but you're getting his one camp? You might even get his Krugs too, because look how low he is. I don't think he could do Krug camp. You might literally do Raptors and then do Krugs, and then you could clear clear like this, right? Another thing is you could just do this if you don't want to do his Krugs because maybe it's where you're too much time commitment, which is fine. But I'm here. Oh yeah, Kaylin comes and you end up dying 1-for-1. Again, this is probably better for you just because like Kayn doesn't get a kill, Kayn doesn't get an assist, plus you get 2 flashes for 1, so it is like worth. Technically, they get more gold because they got assist gold while you didn't. But I just want you to understand that like you are already getting a guaranteed advantage off just the chunk. You get flash advantage. Now you have flash and he doesn't for the next fight. Plus you take one of his camps. Here, where it's actually kind of like spooky because technically off base, he could run to our Raptors and take them, and then you could be like, oh well, I can run to his. Sure, but it's just a full fog. It's one of those things where it's not guaranteed right now. You have no guaranteed advantage besides the gold you got, right? You guys are even on camps. You're same tempo. You're even on flashes. It's just an even game, right? And again, and you're also it's possible for him to cheese you. Again, right now he could technically do your Raptors into your Krugs, and you'll only find out by the time that you walk to your Raptors and see they're gone, and then you'll instantly run to his Raptors. But ironically, if this guy does like run bases, does Raptors into his Raptors, or does Raptors Krugs bases and runs to his Raptors, low key he could defend all your invades, and he gets to invade, and he gets to like defend all your invades, and he gets to do his own invade, right? Yes, you maybe you could call him a psychopath for invading you because like he's 0-1 and you're 1-0, but it's just one of those things where he can do it, right? Um, and again, it just goes one of the things where you went from having a guaranteed advantage, taking his Raptors, maybe even taking his Krugs, to now putting yourself at risk. You know. Anyways, we're chilling. He gets first dragon. The second he gets his first dragon, you should know again. You've killed all 4 camps. There's no way he's killed all 4 camps as well, and the dragon. The most realistic thing is he did Krugs, Raptors, Dragon, or he did Raptors, Krugs, Dragon. I don't think there's no. I really doubt he did Gromp, Wolves, Dragon. I don't think he has enough time to do that. So I see this. I see this notification. Instantly book it to Gromp. Instantly. You also, if you just saw top lane, Sinja's like 0 mana, plus Sinja's like no flash. You know this because you burnt his flash, right? So I would immediately run to his Gromp like you're doing. Nice. You see, yep, take his camps. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is really good. This is a good trade. I would happily lose first dragon to get these 2 camps plus scuttle. Plus a kill top. And we're trading objectives evenly. Do we see Kayn? Let's see. We saw Kayn mid. I want to play. Oh, Kayn died. Okay. So Kayn died. I would just keep doing the grub. So with the timing, so Kayn spawns at 7:35. Okay. We have done the first grub. It is now 8. If we look at the time now, it is now 8:18. He spawned at 7:35. Let's do the math. To go from spawning to here takes 20 seconds. So he'd be out his blue Wolves Gromp at 7:55, and then that's when he'd see, oh shit, my Wolves are gone, my Gromp's gone, my Dragon's gone, my Blue's not up yet, right? And then at 8 minutes he'd be in River, and then at 8 minutes he'd be walking here, checking grubs, doing scuttle, whatever. It is now 8. I can't fucking see. Sorry, to be honest. Sorry. It is now 8:20, right? And we have not seen Kayn once in River. We didn't see him on Crab. We didn't see him at the Grubs. What does this mean? If he opened the top side off his respawn, we would have seen him. Since we didn't see him, that means he didn't open topside. When he respawned, he opened to his Krugs. Or he opened to his Raptors. Because if he opened topside to check his Wolves or check his Gromp or to check Scuttle, we would definitely have seen him in the last 20 seconds. So when we don't see him now, this means he can't, like, he's not here. Maybe he's pathing towards us, but he's not here. So what does that mean? I would just do another grub. If you want, you could do this really safely. You can pull this all the way into this pit, do the grub, kill this with Q, E, and then just save your E like a pussy. It's fine. And if you see Kayn pull up, then sure, E over the wall. But I think it's just preemptively only getting one and then being scared that maybe he comes, maybe he doesn't. I think it makes no sense. Sinja's dead, so the top laner can't come. You see Zillion hitting mid tower, so the mid laner can't come. The only person that could come is Kayn. And if he comes, you just very simply E over the wall, no worry. And if he doesn't come, you're getting all 3 grubs. I don't think you should be happy with 1 grub. It's one of those things where, like, sure, if he comes, then we'll be happy with 1 grub because like we can't get more, beggars can't be choosers. But in this case, I don't think that's the case at all. And if your thing is like, oh, it's not worth the tempo, with that logic, we should just be basing right now. Like the second this guy dies, boom, just base immediately right now, spend all your money, and then you're gonna do this. Gromp spawns in 3 seconds. You're just gonna do Gromp, Blue, Wolves, Raptors, Red, and then you'll do all 3 grubs. So either base for tempo immediately right now, because again, with our math, if he spawns 7:35, and right now is 7:59, so it's 8 minutes. If he did open topside, we'd see him right now. And then if we saw him, we can't even fight Scuttle anyways. We can't fight the Grubs anyways. So with the logic, if you think he's opening topside, just instantly recall, full clear up. And if you don't think he's coming, then do Scuttle, do all 3 Grubs, base in the pit, jump over the wall, blah 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 blah. So either commit to the greed, commit to all 3 grubs, commit to the commit to the low tempo, staying on map 1,000 gold greed, or just insta base. Don't do this flip flop where we're gonna do 1 grub, to deny 3, but then we're not going to stay for more, but then we're still late to our bot camp. So technically, if this guy respawned at 7:35 and ran straight to our bot side, we're still going to be late. We're still not able to defend. So in this case, you're not able to defend the trade. You're not even trading objectives like efficiently. He got dragon, you only got 1 grub. That's not an even trade. So I think this is pretty bad. I know that it doesn't look that bad because like you're not really losing anything right now, but you're losing potential gains. Like you could have gained so much more. You could have been first at bot side. You could have got all the grubs. You could have got a scuttle. If he's bot side for this long, maybe you could get the top. You know, that's all 3 grubs, stuff like that. You know. And like he disrupts. So he killed the grub at 9:05. You recalled at 8:25. So this guy probably showed up at like 8:45. I think it takes him around 15 seconds to kill it. So that means you had definitely had an extra 10 to 15 seconds to do the second grub. And who knows, if you do the second grub, then maybe you can flip the third one. But at the very least, you get 2, which is still feeds the strength, unless I'm mistaken, right? So, anyways, it's also one of those things. I'm sorry, I know I've been on this point a while, but this is actually really important. Another variation of just insta basing, right, is if you insta base instead of doing this first grub, I know you'd be like, oh, the first grub's good because that stops them from getting void mites, which is true. But if you just insta based, right, insta base instead of being on like getting a notification as you're starting blue, you would have got this notification grubs have been slain as after you finished wolves. You would have done the gromp, blue, and now instead of just starting blue, you would have got it after just finishing wolves. And what does this mean? He just finished wolves. You book it to his bot side. You know, now you have time to go and take his entire bot side. Because if you look at it now, you don't want to go to invade him because like, oh, I still have my bot camps up, right? But if you look at it, his raptors are up. Bar just went and got vision. So instead of being here right now, if we based earlier, we'd be here right now, taking raptors, and now boom, we have a flank to kill his Kayn. So we have an angle on Kayn. We have an angle to counter jungle. Maybe if his Raptors are up, his Krugs are probably up too. But we kind of just we're not really getting big advantages. We're not getting an objective advantage by getting all 3 grubs or 2 grubs. We're not getting a camp lead by invading. We're kind of just like being stagnant, you know? Yes, he's 0-2, so you have a lead on him, but that's not really a lead you're causing. He's kind of losing to himself. Like he's just randomly dying. You're not like forcing the agenda on him. You're not like forcing a camp lead or objective lead. You know, you're kind of just existing. Um, this looks good. That was funny. This is very lucky. I think normally the way you play this is, actually let me see this again. I know it looks weird. I think low key you E and then start with Q. I know normally you don't really start with Q, but maybe you just Q then EW. Just because I think when you W, you want this W and then this next auto kill. You never want to like realistically rely on landing your E on the champion like Singed, you know? This is good. Ulting early is good because in this, like, funny enough, in this matchup, you want to whoever ults like first wins. Whoever ults second loses. Kayn versus Kayn. I mean, oh my god, I'm not gonna flame you. I'm not gonna. It should be like a really obvious what you did wrong there. I'm not gonna, you know. I think you could figure that out yourself. But that's still obviously really good for you. We have Protobit now. We're really strong. Kayn died again. This is his 3rd death to not even us, to a random laner, you know. With this lead you have, I want to do Dragon. I know Ziggs is dead, so we could do Gromp and Scuttle to like kill the time, wait for Ziggs to respawn. But if I'm you, I want to get this Dragon off the map. I'm way stronger than Kayn. My mid's way stronger than their mid. It's time to stack the objectives. We didn't get the first Dragon. We didn't get we didn't get the 3 grubs. We need to get something going. Here you see Kayn TK recalled and Kayn's backing up, so we pull the Dragon. I definitely think I want you to pull this out because technically Kayn could always just E on the wall here and try and smite. But it's fine, we got it. Okay, that plan is now to full clear up. Play for the next objective, which is Herald. Yep, freebie, nice. Another freebie. This guy's no flash. I think when you know he's no flash, it doesn't matter. You kill him. I think when you know he's no flash, he's running towards you. Stay in fog. Stay here. Just E on yourself and then E from here. You know he's no flash, so you can't flash it, and then you just stun him under tower. My concern was when you E like this, he could flip you before like. My concern is he like flips you toward. I mean, I know now if he flips you, you're going here. But if like, well, I'll show you again. I'll pause it. My concern is when you instant E onto him like this, he spams flips you right now, and then flips you here, and now you're both behind him. You know. But in my head, you never like. I don't want you to give him this half second angle where he could flip you. But if you're like Eing from fog, he can't like. I don't know. It's just better. But it doesn't matter. He still dies. Okay, nice. If they take his top camps, they're all down. That's fine. Kind of hard to track that. Go for scuttle. We see Kayn top, so we check his bot camps. Looks good. Pretty self-explanatory. You're pinging him, but I think you're the one that fucked up here. I think even at the start, like you're kind of like, I don't know if you're not thinking about your teammates' spells, but you're like kind of you're super hesitant. I don't know why. We have if we don't know where Kayn is, I think being hesitant is fine. But we see Kayn top, we see Singe top, Zillion's dead. The only person that could be here is TK. Let me go back to see if we have info on TK. No, but we see Zillion's dead, Singe's top, Kayn's top. Um, you know, I think if you what I would do here, even after killing this crowd, is I was like baby step into this bush really fast just to make sure TK is not walking. Because if TK is walking behind him, I don't want to force a TK behind him. He'll just eat him. So I would like baby step into this bush. You would see there's no TK because he never showed up, and then you see no TK, no Kayn. This guy is by himself, no homies, and I think you should be hard forcing. Like even your your mouse and your camera control tells me you don't want to force a fight here. I don't know why you don't want to force a fight here. Two people here, Zillion just respawn. Kaylin is by yourself. Um, you should be in the mindset of instead of walking up like this, you should be in the mindset of first of all skipping the small krugs instead of like going back and queuing them. If you just were beelining instead of being here, you'd be here, and then from this angle, you E Proto Belt. Kalen is here by now, and boom, you have an angle to E him. Maybe predict his E. Maybe keep walking. Look, again, if we have our Q, don't waste it on Krugs. You could Q him, maybe Beta Z, and then E to where he goes. We have Bard ult, we have Ziggs ult. I don't know why you're so hesitant on forcing a play on this guy. He's an immobile. I guess he has his dash, but he's basically an immobile to carry. Kalen dash is super safe, and then boom, boom, right here, you see Kalen use her dash. We are just Eing in. E. She has no way to dodge it. She dashed it, right? Boom. This lens is Q. Look at her mouse. Now your mouse is good. I'll pause when your mouse looks really bad. You see Bar throw his Q. You see it's landing. You don't even have tower aggro. He has it. Where is our mouse? Why are you clicking so scared? This is so weird. This is boom. No hesitation. E. Land. W. Q. Auto. Walk out. Boom. Free kill. Base in this bush. Go to our top. Go to red buff. Go to play in the Herald. You know what I mean? You're like terrified here, and then you end up obviously like you could just sidestep, proto belt, whatever. This one I care less about, but it's about the start of the play that I care. It's not about this mechanical stuff. Nice, you're fucking tippy toes in it. I'm not gonna yell at you for that, right? I think your brain going into the play is just wrong. You should be confident here, aggressive here, clicking under tower here, you're the one trolling here, not your teammates. CK ended up being top lane, right? Um, so this guy should guarantee be getting Dove 3v1, and it's fine. And then if you ask me what's better, giving Herald and getting first tower plus a kill, or Herald, I'd always get this because the most a Herald's ever gonna get is a tower. So if you're gonna get a guaranteed tower, and that's maybe against a tower in the future, but getting a guaranteed tower now plus a dive, I think that's way better. And also, I think if you dive in fast enough and base and take portals, you can definitely defend this Herald in time. And then obviously you'd get first tower because you would have been hitting it with them the entire time, instead of them getting a top lane. So I think that was your mistake. To recap, so far in 60 minutes, you've only made two big mistakes. I'd say it was the grub situation, which isn't like again, it's not huge. Nothing that bad happened, and then this one. Do Herald now. Looks good. Next objective is 30 seconds on Dragon. If I'm you, I want to play for Dragon. I think that your team is strong enough where I'm pretty sure almost every lane's winning, where there's no reason to give objectives. You should be fighting every objective to the death. I think right now you should just be skipping blue Grom and starting it on spawn because their bot lane's dead, which is what you're doing. So I'm really happy you're doing this. Pull the Dragon out. Perfect. Now again, we're playing the objective game. What is the next objective? The next objective is Otacon in 2 minutes. What is like the next mini objective before then? You have Herald. There are two towers up, mid tower, top tower. I think Zig's about to get top tower. He does. Okay, next objective is the mid tower, and Otacon. So we're playing for Otacon. You can't just hit Otacon though. You need to kill the enemies before Otacon. Before then, but we are able to just hit mid tower. So I like this a lot. Just you don't have to escort it. If the tower is like this or this or have full HP, then you have to escort it because then this doesn't kill. You have to hit it, E forward, auto it, whatever. If this at this HP it dies, the Herald kills tower. You don't have to be this far up at all. You could honestly you could just be basing this bush right now, spending all your money, you have a lot of money, and then take portal for this, start playing for Otacon. Otherwise, if you want, you have Krugs up, you have Raptors respawning, you have Gromp up. If you want, you could just like dance here for a bit, see what happens. No, don't force a play. Just see what happens, stall some time, and then wait for Raptors to spawn, like kill some time, and then you'll do Raptors Krugs. Then you'll recall, and then you'll just open Gromp to Otacon. You know, I think there's no point to start a fight with this much money. There's no point to start a fight with Ziggs dead. There's no point to start a fight with Mbessa bot. Um, it's pointless, you know. And then here we start a fight, and it's a 1-for-1, which is like whatever Capachungus Deluxe, you know? It's like not bad, not good, you know, it's whatever. But I just think it's unnecessary. If I'm you, the only thing I care about this game, like fight-wise, is objectives. I want to fight Otacon, I want to fight Dragon, I want to fight as a 4-stack, I want to fight as a 5-stack. I see no reason why you have to fight 3v3 on mid with 1,000 gold inventory. Um, you know, this feels not like the win con to me, you know? You're like, I don't know what you're spam thinking. You look pissed or something. I don't know. I feel like your teammates hit all their spells. Zed full comboed Kayn and killed Kayn. Um, Bard landed all his spells. Maybe you wanted Bard to ult them instead of Kayn. I don't know. But I feel like again, there's no point to be forcing this. You're like completely chilling. You have Riftmaker in base. That you got the tower for free. You know what I mean? Okay, but now, again, next objective is Otacon and Dragon 2 minutes. So we'll just play. We literally just want to play bot side for the next 2 minutes and play with our team. It looks like an ugly start, but it's actually fine because this is fine because again I'm fine with this because we have all 4 teammates with us. It's not a solo play. It's not a 2-man play or 3-man play. You have 4 teammates on your screen, so that's why I like this. You know, I think at this point you don't have to die to kill this guy. It's taking a risk. You actually just stood in the poison and you died. I don't know. Your team should still get Otacon. Just very troll death shouldn't die, but it's fine. And again, we're just playing objectives. What's the next objective? Next objective is Dragon 1 minute. So I want to play Dragon. I don't want to invade his top side. I do not want to invade his top side. I do not care about this blue. I don't care if you kill him. I don't care if you do. I actually do not give a fuck. I just want to. Oh wait, Dragon's not even up yet. Sorry, I take it back. I thought. Oh sorry, he did this fucking the push forward ping, and I thought that meant the Chemtech was up. I'm sorry. Okay, if we have 40 seconds, I don't mind this. I take it back. Ignore what I just said. I thought Dragon was alive right now while you're invading topside. I'm like, I don't care, and I think it's just a bad idea. If the Dragon's not up yet, this is completely fine. We're just killing time, waiting for Dragon to spawn. Ignore me. Sorry. Now Dragon's up. Now please just go to Dragon. And just hit Dragon. Thank you. That's what you're doing. Good job. Okay, let's watch this fight. Invest got inted. I'm not saying go to the Mbessa, but I want you to at least pan your camera and see what's going on. Because if you panned your camera right now and saw that she's fighting, there's a couple of things. If you see that she's going to die no matter what, then there's option A, can I kill the dragon before they come? If the answer is yes, then do that. If the answer is no, I can't kill them. Mbessa's dead and they'll come, and then we're playing a 45. It's actually and then it's actually even might be a 35 in my case. That's top. Then the answer is, can I just recall, spend 1,000 gold, do my camps, and then when they come, just be annoying. Just dance, threaten 50-50, poke with my Q, Ziggs will poke, Bard will poke. The thing is, you guys actually have like the best cancer champions. You will never die because you have your E, you have Zillion ult. Again, you can poke with Q. Ziggs will poke with his Q. Bard can stall with his ult. Ziggs can stall with his ult. Unironically, even though this is a 40-second death timer, you guys, the 3 of you, Ziggs, Bard, and Sylas, you guys can just dance. If the enemy team walks here and pulls Dragon, they'll pull us 4 because someone's going to top. And you guys are actually just 3v4, which, again, you're down numbers, but you're not 3v4 forcing a fight. You're 3v4 dancing and being annoying. And that's fine, right? So I think if you look over, see they're all full HP, so they're all coming, see that you can't do this because you don't kill this very fast, and Ziggs isn't even hitting this with you, then just don't pull it, go do blue buff, and then wait for them to pull it, and then you'll just give them cancer. Sylas Q, Ziggs Q, Bard Qs, Bard ult, Ziggs ult. I don't think they can do it. At the very least, you always have the opportunity to at least threaten 50-50, right? And if they don't pull it, it's even better. They're not pulling it, so we just do our camps, blue, gromp, wolves, base, wait for Ambassador to respawn, she respawns, and then we just enjoy a very, chill 5v5. But you just pulled this without looking. You don't know if they're coming, you don't know their HPs, you don't know what ults they have, and now you're kind of in a position where, like, this looks like a mess, you know? We're instead of like just being annoying and stalling time and poking, we're just like in the fight, right? You also obviously use smite on you might use the smite aggressively instead of trying to hold it for the potentially 50-50. And I don't know, this fight's just really messy. This is the 3v4, which look how close the 3v4 is. Like Zed kills the Kayn. You guys actually won the 3v4, and I say this is like the worst way to have the 3v4. You guys are disconnected. They're, I think imagine this is Dragon full HP. You're here, Ziggs is here, Bart's here, and they try to pull this. I think there's no way they can kill Dragon. You'll always be able. You have a way better smite than Kayn because you have like E W auto, while Kayn only has his Q or his W. I think so. You have better execute. They have zero hard engage. Their hard engage is Tahm W, Kayn W, and like a and Cinch running in with flip. But Ziggs throws his E, throws his W, Bart Qs. You have your Q. I don't think they have any way to get on you three as long as you're not giving them the fight. But by starting Dragon and the way you guys are posturing, you are giving them the fight. You know. So you lose this Dragon, you win the fight, but I think Dragon Soul is one of the easiest win cons in the game, and obviously by not getting this third, you're delaying that Dragon Soul by literally 10 minutes. Okay. What's the next objective? Another objective is Baron. I always like to say that it's a mid to late game in this type of awkward phase. A jungler's job, it sounds really sad. A jungler's job is just to follow around your teammates like a dog and make sure no one gets caught. I know it sounds sad and weird, but we're kind of just like the babysitter of our team, and our job is just to follow everyone around, make sure my Ziggs doesn't die, my Zed doesn't die, and just at this point in the game when you're 3 items, camps don't really matter. You're low key full build, and I much rather be stuck at 3 items and make sure my teammates never die again than be 4 items and not have any control over what my team's deaths are. Um, so this is good. We have 4 people on mid, so we're just with a part of this 4 core. I don't know. Yeah, bring him towards the Ziggs if we can. Kill Kayn, spam ping Baron. Boom. There's no smite's dead. Don't fight. Just Baron. Caution ping, danger ping. Spam ping Baron, spam ping Baron, spam ping Baron, spam ping Baron, spam ping Baron. Where are we going? You're going to red buff. There are 2 enemies dead. It's 5v3. They have no smite. Please hit the Baron. This is so terrible. I would argue this is your third biggest mistake this game. It is a completely free Baron. Baron is the game. There's 3 ways to end the game. Soul, Baron, Elder, right? You are just completely ignoring the freest Baron of all time. If you lose this game, I will say it's your fault from this point on, because I think you get this Baron and you will break all their inhibs with Ziggs, especially because you have Ziggs. With Baron plus Ziggs, you will literally triple inhib them and then just end the game. And now you're spam picking asking for vision when the enemies have respawned. I think this is a very, very disgustingly free Baron. I think with solo queue is like you just need guarantees. Now that you don't do Baron here, your Zed might get caught, or your Invested might get caught, and then the enemy team pulls Baron because they realize it's 45, and then someone else gets caught, and then the Baron stalls out the game, and now we keep fighting. It's like, I'll watch this for mechanics' sake now, but I'm already not happy. Kill this guy. Boom, spam ping Baron again. We gotta pick. Don't need to keep fighting. Just, I guess you kill this guy soon better. Boom, Zillion Zed. Again, spam ping Baron. Baron's alive. Oh, nice. Now you're doing it. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, right. Nice. We get free Baron. Awesome. Now we play Dragon. Beautiful. Thank you. Good job. You have a lot of money, which I don't really like. I also don't know why you're posturing like this. I think we could play super normal. I think when we get red buff, you have 2.7k gold, just base. I don't know what you're going to buy next year. If you're going to go Death Catch, just buy a large rod and a blue pot. It's fine. If you're going to go Void Staff, you could just go Lightning Jewel here. You just base right now. Spend your 2.7k gold. You could buy like Medjai's plus large rod if you want. Or again, just large rod, blue pot. Or you could buy all 3. Large pot, blue pot, and Medjai's. Or if you want to go Void Staff, just Blinding Jewel plus Medjai's. You have 10 stacks plus Zanya's, so why not? You have 40 seconds till your thing. Did you just smite the red buff? Okay, no, you didn't. I was making sure. Funny enough. Okay, anyways. Actually, funny enough, I think when there's no way they can steal it, you see Kayn bot, you see TK bot, the other 2 people are dead. I just wouldn't smite this. Especially because I see dragons up in 10 seconds, I would just save my smite for the dragon. What's the point of fighting this? It can't be stolen. They have no Jinx enemy team. Because I think now, and then once you don't have a smite, I don't know what you're doing. There's no, why are we here? Our Ziggs is in base. We have no flash, 2.8k gold, no smite. Just do wolves, gromp, blue, stall time for your smite to come up, small time for your Ziggs to come, pull this dragon fully out. Again, we just want to get guarantees, guaranteed free dragon, guaranteed free baron. you're sitting here with no flash, no sweeper, and just getting caught and dying. You know, uh, I don't care if your team wins the fight. This is just bad. And no, they don't. They get aced. This is so far without a doubt the worst thing you've done this game. You just completely Baron is completely gone. Every single person lost Baron buff, and you lost this dragon again. I think you lost the last. I think if you played that last dragon better by just not fighting and just by chilling, you would get that last dragon too. And right now you'd have Soul. You'd have Soul plus you'd get Baron plus you just with Baron with Ziggs you'd break the entire game and you'd just win the game. But now this game is just a mess. You have no Soul win con for another 10 minutes. Baron is gone. And now we're just forced to monkey fight. This is no macro. I could look at this mechanics if you want, but it's like I don't give a fuck about these mechanics. The game should be over already. You know, if these fighting mechanics don't matter, you can be the best fighter in the world, but if you have a fucking rock in your brain, it won't matter, right? Nice, we won the fight. Good shit, man. You know. Um, if I think I'll just end the VOD here. I actually don't care about anything else. I think you could have already won the game in the last 5 minutes. I think if I had to give you your biggest takeaway in these mid game fights, macro, game sense, whatever you want to call it, is discipline, patience, and guarantees. When the game's in a winning spot, just go for the guarantee plays, the guarantee barons, the guarantee dragons, the guarantee souls, the guarantee setup. Realize, oh shit, I have Ziggs on my team. I can play to just poke and be safe and play to be annoying. You don't have to dive in and E flash E every fight. Like your name is click forward, I get it, but you're actually just clicking forward way too much. Just fucking chill, you know? I think if you do that, you'll climb. I think your mechanics are not bad. I think like early game. I think you're doing a good job just farming and not forcing too much. A lot of times players that force too much, it comes from early game. I think you're doing fine in the early game, but this mid late game, you were just like super frantic or something, you know? Um, so yeah, I think that's what you should focus on, and I hope you enjoy the VOD review.